Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design, and today I'm out in the factory and I'm going to talk about the BIOS 5 and the BIOS 6 today. So let me switch the camera around so you can get in close and see what's going on. You don't need to look at me, you need to look at the stove. And I'll tell you everything I know about the BIOS 5 and the BIOS 6. So let's get going. Okay, last time I did the choke hazard, turbo and regular, and today I'm doing the BIOS 5 and the BIOS 6. Now these are a lot bigger, a lot more heat, a lot more serious stoves for boiling some water fairly fast, fairly hot stoves. This is a BIOS 5. It's a double wall stove. It's turned outside in. In other words, this inner wall originally was up here and it was rolled in on itself. You can see very smooth. And it has a series of ports and vents inside to make everything work correctly. It has 4 bumps on the top to keep the pot off of, make as little contact as possible on the stove to keep it from pulling a cold pot from pulling the heat out of the stove. And it has a primer wick. Now, the main advantage of this stove is there's a lot of things it won't do, but there's one thing it does really well, and that's boil water. Okay, let me turn the lights out. No pot stand, no thumb screws, nothing. You just tilt it up on edge. Try to get this in. Put some alcohol on it, on the wick, to prime it. Put some alcohol in the stove, light the wick, let the stove preheat until it blossoms out of these side jets, which you'll see here in just a moment. Maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds or so. There she goes. Now you can see that it has blossomed, and now the alcohol on the primer wick is burning off, and you have basically the flame like you'd have on a gas stove. So I'll put a pot on there, and let me take the camera off the tripod so you can see what it looks like down low looking underneath it. Okay, there you go. Now that's a 12 centimeter Imusa auto pot. It's a junk auto pot, one of the early ones that I made when I was setting up the dies and everything, so it's not a very good pot, but that's neither here nor there. You can see how the flame hits the bottom of it. Now, this is designed just to yank out of your pack. You don't need to put it in anything to protect it because it's very rugged. Just take it out, prime it, put some alcohol in it, light it, put your pot on and boil some water very quickly. You can't simmer with it, can't bake with it. The only thing you can do with it, basically, is boil water. And you can use a fairly large pot with this because it's very hot. I wouldn't go with anything smaller than a 12 centimeter pot. And that will lead me to the BIOS 6. So they have that. Probably about 5-6 minute boil time under normal conditions. Very hot, nice, very durable stove. Okay, let's go to the BIOS 6. Okay, this is the BIOS 6. This is made from a different kind of aluminum bottle than the BIOS 5. The BIOS 5 is made from the pop-top aluminum bottle. It's thick-walled. This is made from the screw-top aluminum bottle, which is much thinner-walled. And it's a different beer can, but in the end, because this is, in the end, it averages out. But the difference between this and the BIOS 5 is this is a pressurized stove, has a thumb screw in it. It's a center burner. The jets are along the inner rim. And unlike the BIOS 5, it requires a pot stand. But because it's a center burner, it will work with small pots, unlike the BIOS 5. So let's turn out the lights and fire this puppy up. Okay, first thing we're going to do is put some alcohol on the wick, just like with the BIOS 5. Then we're going to put some alcohol in the top, let it run down through the port. Put the thumb screw in and light it. Okay, just like the BIOS 5, this is going to prime, preheat, and when it does, you'll get a flame pattern out of the ring on the very top, which is a very focused pattern, goes into a point. That's the reason why it works well with small pots, as you'll see when this gets done preheating. Of course, I over-primed it a little bit, but that'll burn off soon enough. There we go. Okay, the wick is out now, and you can see that we have a very focused flame right in the center instead of coming out the sides and coming way out here. Now, pot stand on, and we'll go back to my 12 centimeter pot. You can see that that works just fine with a 12 centimeter pot. But when you go down to a very small pot, let me pour some water into this pot so I don't ruin it. Like this is the ATP, you can see that it also works well with the ATP, which is the smallest pot. So it'll work virtually with any pot. 12 centimeter, 10 centimeter, ATP, QMH, Snow Peak 600, Snow Peak 900, Snow Peak 700, it'll work with all of them. And it's a fairly high volume stove. It'll burn for a long time. It's fairly hot, not good for baking or simmering. But if you want a lot of heat for a fairly long period of time, multiple people, or you want to use a small pot and just put less fuel in it, this is the way to go. Very durable. You can just toss it in your pack anyway. You don't have to worry about any kind of damage to it. It's very rugged. And the pot stand, which is a negative because you have to carry it, will go right into your pot, go into a 10 centimeter, 12 centimeter pot, no problem. And this particular pot stand will flip upside down and slide over an ATP or a QMH. So the pot stand is a non-event. And that's basically about all there is to this. I'm Kenny from Mini Bull Design. Try to have a really great day and try to have some fun today. You deserve it. Bye-bye.